no way that winless, coachless UCLA beat number 3 Penn State. Like, there's no way that happened.
I think that it was because Nico was like, F it. I don't have a coach. I don't have any coordinators. Let's just see how this goes. And it worked out for them.
And Penn State clearly looked ahead. Like, Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, who had been coaching for 2 days, hung 42 points on the nation's highest paid defensive coordinator. What in the world?
We're gonna throw down some punches, we might get knocked on the ground. We're gonna use our hot joking hand, no, we're not going down.
I don't know about you, but this weekend was absolutely wild. And I honestly cannot even begin how to start the show today without doing a week 6 recap. Um, God, I don't even know where to start, but I do know where I want to start. So I think that last week we sat here and we talked about what a dumpster fire was raging out in California with UCLA. No head coach, no defensive coordinator, no offensive coordinator, only to come and do the biggest upset in the last 40 years. I can't even believe that I watched it. I had every TV on in the house. I was watching all of the football. It was wild.
I was watching the final score roll across in Bryant-Denny Stadium, which was insane. Like, the crowd went wild. It's like we could not even believe. Like, it had to be a typo. There's no way that winless, coachless UCLA beat number 3 Penn State. Like, there's no way that happened.
I think that it was because Nico was like, F it. I don't have a coach. I don't have any coordinators. Let's just see how this goes. And it worked out for them.
And Penn State clearly looked ahead. Like, Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, who had been coaching for 2 days, hung 42 points on the nation's highest paid defensive coordinator. What in the world? Hey,
Rachel, not
how
Nick
old is
Carter.
that guy? He looked just like Nick Carter. I'm like, what the hell?
He did. He looked just like it's been the season of like the luscious locks when it comes to college football. I mean,
Totally.
we've got Rocco and it's been madness. But yeah, he did look about 12 years old, straight out of the boy band, like out of the recording studio, straight to the field, like put that headset on for the first time in his life. And he was like, okay, let's do it. And it worked for them.
And his dad, Rick Neuheisel, in the studio was just like totally like, it was so cute to watch him. He had to, I think, come out and apologize for not being biased, but he's like, that's my boy. That's my boy. Like, he's doing this. What a proud dad moment to see your son accomplish something so great at, like you said, within the first 50 seconds of his career.
I just thought it was so awesome. I was just absolutely shocked because I thought that for sure Penn State was going to hand it to UCLA with like all of the madness and the changes in the front office that they had going on over the week. And it's crazy because being so shocked by this upset, this is going to be really telling for James Franklin. He's already in the hot seat. This is his 3rd loss as the favorite. And now he's 56-3 in these games. I mean, like, this is devastating for them. I don't know how they're going to go and then play against Ohio State and think that they've got a chance in anything. I mean, they are really setting themselves up for like a shit show.
James Franklin's like, yeah, you say I can't win the big game. Guess what? I can't win the small game either.
Yeah.
You know, there's like all this talk about him being on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat along with 12 other coaches. But who the hell do you hire? Like, you get rid of a guy that can win a decent amount of games.
Mm-hmm.
Can't win the big one. But, like, you move on from him. Who do you move on to? You know, I think that's the question is.
It's a great question. And I feel like, the coaching carousel started a little bit earlier this year. So it's not like there aren't options out there, but they are not the best options because I don't see anybody like running out to scoop up Gundy. I don't see anybody running out to pick up Gruden. I mean, like, I don't know. It's so weird. I think this is like the first time in a long time where the pool is very, very shallow when it comes to like picking up coaches. And also I think that, to have as much shifting as we've had before, I mean, this is essentially the midpoint, but like as much shifting as we've seen, I think this is kind of telling to how the environment in NCAA football is shaping out. It's like very entertaining. I'm like, who's leaving next?
from the perspective of a Penn State fan, though, you look at how much your school is investing into this program
Mhm.
every week, every month, every year. It's
Mhm.
got to be on par with what Ohio State is investing.
Yeah.
Like, why are you not able to yield similar results? So, like, I get it. Ryan Day, James Franklin, same types of facilities. One's recruiting a little better. On
Mhm.
paper, Penn State should be better. Like, why
Mhm.
can't James Franklin get it done? And I think that's the question burning in the back
Mhm.
of everyone's heads. Like, if James Franklin can't get it done, who would be able to get that done? And would that person come? And who is it? And I don't know. I think that we need some new talent in the head coaching realm. And there's going to be there's got to be some new talent out there that someone's scoping and someone's going to take a chance. But their first job's not going to be Penn State.
Mm-mm. No, no, not at all. That's such a
Ryan Day
major
kind of fell
point.
into that Ohio State job though, and I
No,
thought we
he
all
really
thought the
did.
interim tag was going to fall off of him at some point, and it didn't. So
There
I
he
don't know.
stays. I
Your
it's
favorite.
I can't with Ryan Day. He just looks like a walking puckered butthole. There's literally no other way to describe his face. Um, but I feel like, you know, maybe there's a strength coach hiding in the wings, and they're just gonna, I don't know, Bobby Petrino their way in. I just don't know. It's really wild. It's so wild. Um, but I don't know. James Franklin's on the hot seat. If it's possible, he is looking more likely to lose his job than Billy Napier.
If you're James Franklin, do you feel like before they fire you, or I guess if they fire you, they have to pay you a buyout? Would you like? I think the path that a lot of people are going, and we'll talk Gruden, we'll talk Dan Mullen.
Mhm.
Other coaches have stepped away, recharged their batteries for a couple of
Mhm.
years, done some media, and then tried to step back in.
Yeah.
In the new day in college football, I mean, do you think that you're able to step away and then step back in? Because, like, with NIL and like all of the things that are going on, I wonder if it's beneficial or if it's even easier to step back in today because you don't have to develop those recruiting relationships than it was several years ago. You can build a team quickly. You can step in and have, like, if you have the booster and the alumni support, maybe it's easier to step back in and build a team quickly.
Um, so I agree with you 50%. I do think that it's a lot easier for you to build a team and put a squad together, but I think in this day and age with NIL, first of all, the NCAA has created a monster that is 100% working against them. You've got free agency happening in college football. I mean, it's to a point. I mean, there is not enough regulation around, and I think we're kind of like waiting to see what's going to happen. But like, you've literally got players that are like, oh, well, I mean, if you're not going to pay me, I'm just going to go someplace else. So I think there's a little bit, it's almost a little bit more difficult because it's easier to get the team together, but then you almost have to work a little bit harder to retain them. And that retention is going to be really difficult if you aren't able to cut checks. So I think we just have to like wait and see how it all shapes up. I think that there's going to be some more regulation coming around NIL in the next year because right now it feels so dicey and unstable that I think it is going to be really hard to kind of entice coaches to come in and do what they have to do.
So you mentioned Billy Napier. I think
Mhm.
we have to give him a gold star. And I also think if
Absolutely.
we went back and checked receipts last week, someone on this show said Florida would beat Texas. I don't know, but I
Who was that?
I'm pretty sure I remember somebody saying that that was likely going to happen and it was a trap game for Texas.
I do recall
But
that happening.
do you like, I feel like there is no better coach in the country than Billy Napier one game away from getting fired. Like,
I
he
mean,
he
listen,
feels the pressure and he's like, "Okay, guys, it happened multiple times last season." He's like, "Let's go, guys."
but listen, dude, like you got to like this is the SEC. You got to play every game like that. And you know what's funny? Like, I kind of think that that same bug bit Kalen in the ass because we have not seemed to had any issues since FSU. And I think that the fear of like an entire community raising up against you and like willing to go play the lottery to get your buyout probably was enough motivation for him to be like, all right, it's time for me to get my rear in gear. But going back to Florida, let me say this two ways. Did Florida play great football? Yes. Did Texas play great football? No. Arch Manning continues to be the most disappointing quarterback in the country, and the only people we have to blame is ourselves because we put him up on this freaking pedestal, and he's not doing anything. The dude threw 2 picks and got sacked 6 times. I just don't I haven't seen the Florida defense work that hard all season. It's just crazy. Sorry, I'm ranting.
No,
But,
no, no. I love the rant. It's warranted. It's very
Yeah.
warranted in this situation. I think Texas fans are out apologizing to Sark around all of the hell that they gave him around
Mhm.
not starting Arch.
Yeah. But again, that's our fault.
Kind of
That
makes
is
sense.
100% our fault because we were like, "Oh my god, here comes the second coming of Peyton Man," and it's not that at all. We are the only we are the only people that have put Arch Manning up on this pedestal with all these expectations that he was going to come in guns a-blazing and looking like Peyton and Eli and a little bit of Archie, but guess what? None of that. Absolutely
Yeah.
none of that. I mean, they played 5 games this season. 3 of them are against teams that are ranked 97th or worse. Can y'all get it together? I just don't understand. Oh my God, part of me wants to be like, welcome. Part of me wants to be like, welcome to the SEC. We knew it wasn't going to be easy for you, but here we are. But also, welcome to the SEC. You've had a year to prepare for this. This ain't
And
breaking
Sark's
news,
been in it
dude.
before. Yeah.
And Sark's
He's
been
in it
here before. So what's the problem? What's the problem? You don't have a backup quarterback. That's one thing. You don't have a decent quarterback or
They
back.
they put all their eggs in one basket, literally. So, so it'll be
Literally.
interesting to see this weekend. We have the Red River rivalry. I had to say that
One
very
of my
slowly
favorites.
after half a glass of wine. I think it's gonna be a matchup for the ages because Mateer's coming back,
Mhm.
right? I think the spread's 1.5.
Mhm.
Um, I love that it's always in Dallas, and I
Yeah.
love that direct split halfway down the stadium,
Love it.
Texas State Fair, all of the fanfare around it is so fun. I think it's going to be, I think it'll be a close game. On paper, Oklahoma should slaughter them,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think Oklahoma will win.
Okay.
But this is a game that I think Texas is going to play because their hearts have to be in it.
Yeah.
It has to be in it a lot more than maybe some of these SEC games. This is one of the oldest standing rivalries out there. And I think that it'll be closer than it should be. If Arch is going to have a breakout game, it's going to have to be this one.
It has to be. Absolutely has to be. And I think, speaking of playing with your heart in it, we absolutely have to talk about Alabama in their revenge game against Vanderbilt. I don't know about you, but I was almost afraid to text you because I was like, I don't want to engage with Rachel because I feel like the minute I say anything, shit's going to start hitting the fan and we're not going to have a game. But listen, Alabama looked really good. And I think that there were a lot of opportunities for Diego and his buddy Johnny Manziel that had him all
Oh my
jacked
God.
up on the side. I mean, there were a lot of opportunities for Diego to take advantage of some weaknesses in Alabama's play. Still couldn't get it done, but Alabama was playing real efficient football, and I was, so here for it. We looked so good, and I hate to say, I mean, I feel like in years past, we've had this roster, and the roster has been, absolute monster. So, it's been fairly established that Ty Simpson has his favorites. He's got Isaiah Horton, he's got Ryan Williams, he's got Bernard, and now we finally have Jam Miller back, and it feels like all the pieces are coming together. So I just was obviously happy that we won, but also incredibly happy that things are starting to come together because it was looking like weak sauce. And I think this is actually the first game where I was like, all right, Kaylin, I'm gonna give you some kudos. I hate that we have to wear a black hoodie to win a game,
Yeah,
but
I feel like that's his thing now. And even Eli Drinkwitz for Missouri, who we're playing this week,
mhm.
he got on a call with, and I saw a video of, I think they were doing an interview, and he asked Kalen, "Are you gonna be wearing the black hoodie this week?" And he's like, "Yep." And Drink was just like, That's what he's known for now is the black hoodie. And Trink knows
Ugh.
like when Kalen's wearing the black hoodie, it's bad news bears. So I think it was funny. So I was in Tuscaloosa for the game and was walking through a lot of the like souvenir shops trying to find like Eli, my youngest, was putting on like houndstooth hats and it was like adorable. But
Oh,
everywhere they're selling those black hoodies now. Like what a
I know.
turnaround from the fan base to be like, you need to put on a collared shirt to now like they're selling these hoodies and they're selling the straw Saban hats like in the same area. So I think our fan base is embracing it. Like if that's what he needs to
Our
wear
fan
to
base is
win, like
not
let's
embracing the black
embracing
hoodie.
it.
They're embracing winning because we can't stand to live this life post Saban where we're losing to teams like Florida State. That's the
Who
problem. Our fan base can't handle that. Damn his hoodie. We can't
who
handle losing.
cares
We're
what he
so
wears?
spoiled. We care what he wears. Because we don't want to see his nipples coming through his shirt, which is what we saw last season, which was such a turnoff, which is why we were like, dude, you look like you're out here coaching soccer shots. Like, can you put on something a little bit more presentable? But then here we go with the black. I can't with the black hoodie. It's
You don't
so
like I
bizarre.
don't care about the hoodie.
I don't
I
care about the hoodie.
I was shocked that he was wearing a hoodie. It was like 110 degrees outside. It was so hot. It was so hot. My kids were like, "Mom, it's like sitting on a barbecue grill on those
Oh my God.
bleachers."
It looked hot.
It was it was steamy, and we were on the Vanderbilt side, so we were like the last section to get any kind of shade,
Oh.
which that's fine. The Vanderbilt section, there was nobody from Vanderbilt there. Kind of like a home game for Vanderbilt. Nobody's there. But the environment was electric. Pavia roaming the sidelines all cocky before the game. When they were in warm-ups, like before the game, he was out
Mhm.
there practicing the victory formation.
I saw that. I saw him practicing his snap and kneel. He really brought this upon
And,
himself.
like,
He really
throwing
did.
it up, and then Manziel I think I was sending you pictures
Mm.
from the sidelines where Manziel's, like, standing there, like, doing his little money deal,
Yeah, he
and like,
brought this upon
I
himself.
can't handle this.
He brought it
Like,
upon
Johnny
himself.
Manziel, why, of all of the people that are out there like, I think America wanted to root for Diego Pavia, but
Mhm.
what he has done has made him one of the most unlikable people to the point where people are actually pulling for Alabama in that game where we know people don't like Alabama that,
Yeah.
aren't Bama fans. But
Well, do you think
Pavia has
that
made himself so unlikable that
do you
they're
think part of it is that he was like that, but then on top of that, he's like, "Well, game's over. I gotta call my lawyer so we can get ready for this, like, legal review so that I can play college football until I'm 30." Like, I feel like that might have a little something to do with it. Like, dude, how much longer are you if you
that
had
got turned down. He's done after this year. They did not allow that.
good I mean,
That got
good.
rolled upon real fast. Yeah. I mean, as
Good.
it should. As it
Yeah.
should.
Sorry, dude. Now you're gonna have to go work at Edward Jones. Like, it's just the way that it is. Hope you got your degree in the 8 years you've been in college.
I I just think of with somebody who had an opportunity to use that image that he had created as kind of this underdog who came in, who slayed Goliath, who was carrying
Mhm.
a team that's traditionally the doormat of the conference to higher levels,
Mhm.
to then turn around and say, huh, I need a mentor of somebody who's been a quarterback. You know who? Johnny Manziel. That would be a great guy to be my mentor. He had what did he do with his career? Oh,
Let's see, after I
hmm,
bounced around
hmm,
Ohio
hmm.
playing pro football, and I don't know.
XFL didn't work out. Like, of all of the people that would have mentored him,
Yeah.
he had to turn to Johnny Manziel. And so Pavia's out there doing the this and being all
Mhm.
cocky. And I'm like, you are ruining your opportunity moving forward. You're
Mhm.
ruining the likability that people had about you. If there's a possibility of you going to the NFL, you're not going to be a high draft pick, but somebody might take a chance on you because you have heart. They're looking at these aspects of your character and
Yeah.
who you're hitching your like right. These are not likable qualities, we'll put it that way.
I mean, good luck to him. Maybe he will end up in Cincinnati or Cleveland. That seems to be the state where a lot of rookie quarterbacks go to die, so maybe that's where we'll end up, but I mean, we just don't know.
Birmingham
Yeah.
Stallions.
But listen, I'm
The
actually
UFL kept
thinking
their
of it.
team.
He can go play for the Renegades or something like that. At least the Stallions are good at something, but I just I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he brought this all upon himself. So, congratulations. This is where your bad behavior gets you.
So that's a recap of last week. I mean,
Mhm.
I think we thought there weren't gonna be a lot of good games. Miami beat Florida State, so I will
Mhm.
eat my words on that one. It was close, though. It was
It
close.
was.
I
It
thought
was
Florida
very
and Florida
close.
State, it was close. It was close.
Which I feel like puts I mean, like, am I glad Florida State lost? Yes. But I don't think that Florida State is a team that we should continue to sleep on for the rest of the season because they put up a very good fight. Their defense was out there showing up, and they did not make it easy for Carson Beck and the Canes. It was like I said, I watched every single game. Very, very good football being played. So, this will be very interesting to see what happens as we continue to go down into the season. Where are they gonna fall in the ACC? And, like, I mean, this is gonna be very, very interesting, the implications that are coming as a result of not just the games in week 6, but these games that are coming up in week 7 as well.
So, I mean, I guess we can stay on the Florida State track. They have
Mhm.
a game against Pitt this week.
Yep.
Florida State's favored by 10, 10-ish.
Mhm.
I mean, they're gonna take care of business, right? They're not gonna lose this game. They're
No.
not gonna lose 2 in a row. I mean, I think Pitt's a solid team, but Florida State has so much more potential, and
Yeah.
they're at home.
Yeah, I think FSU's got this. I mean, Pitt, their defense has enough to maybe slow them down just a little bit, but not enough to, like, change the trajectory of how this team is playing. Like, FSU is playing good football this season, so, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put money on FSU.
$5, $2.
$5. I'll put $2 on it,
Arkansas, Tennessee, I think is gonna be
yeah.
an interesting one. You've got
Arkansas versus Tennessee is gonna be interesting. We got old sneaky boots Bobby Petrino, who's back with the Razorbacks. I just
Bobby
think this is
P. He's
Bobby
back.
P. This is gonna be so interesting. I think that it will be interesting to see how these players show up for him as the head coach. I think we're gonna learn a lot about the Arkansas players this weekend. I I don't know. With Arkansas being 2-3, Tennessee being 4-1, Tennessee not looking terrible with Hooker at the lead. I think not Hooker. My God, Aguilar. Hooker was last year. I know. Tennessee looks good. So I think this is going to be a tough, tough, tough game. God, I hate to even say it, but I think I've got my money on Tennessee. This is going to be the next couple of games that are played in the SEC are going to be very, very interesting. There's
I
just
think
like,
Tennessee sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think Tennessee only wins because they're at home. I think they've got to be very, very careful because Arkansas is a team that on offense scores 37 points a game on average, which is
Hmm.
like insane. They also have an average of like 500 yards on offense. So Tennessee's defense needs to step up, show up. Who knows what Bobby Petrino has up his sleeve? He's fired and gotten rid and changed out virtually everyone on defense, which is where their struggles have been. I agree with you. Like, we'll see how the players react. We'll see how some of these defensive tricks he has up his hat,
Hmm.
which he's not a defensive guy, but I mean, he had to have something in mind to
Yeah.
bring in and change out everyone. And he's a little bit like Malzahn in that he always has some kind of offensive scheme that
Hmm.
people aren't expecting. So
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I think Tennessee wins by 1, 2, or 3. They don't win by more than that, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree with that. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to take the under because I think that 68.5 is a little high.
Ooh,
Are you taking the over? Really?
I think I
All
take
right.
the over. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the under because I just I think that it's gonna be real tough football.
I think there's not going to be a lot of defense. I think it's going to be an offensive shootout.
Gonna be one of those field goal games
Yeah.
back and
Well, I
forth.
think it's going to be touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. We have two very good quarterbacks. We
Hmm.
have two great offensive systems. Both teams have questions around defense, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
We have, what did they call this? The oldest rivalry in the South.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia and Auburn.
Mhm. Oh my goodness. Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. I'm not gonna lie. I like 30% of this game on upset alert. I think that Georgia's schedule is gonna catch up with them being 4-1. I mean, let's be realistic. They started their season off playing Marshall. Like, they started off playing a team so soft that nobody even watched it. Um, the Tigers are coming off of a bye. I don't think that they're gonna be, like, overwhelmed with what's coming to them. I think that they're gonna be very well prepared to play against Georgia. But I also think that Georgia has continued to show the weakness in their secondary, and that's gonna be interesting to see going up against Jackson Arnold. So I think this is gonna be Georgia's on upset watch. I hate to say hate to be rooting for, like, all of the orange teams this year because that's not something that we as Bama fans typically do, but I think Auburn is gonna squeak by and win this. I think it's gonna be a little if it's not close no, it'll be close, but I think Auburn's gonna come over.
You do? Oh my
Hugh Freeze
gosh. Well, I think Georgia's going to win this, but I think it's going to be close as well. The
Yeah,
line's 3.5. I think they win. Might win by 3. They might win by a field goal in the last second of the game.
yeah.
Jordan Hare's a hard place to play, and this is a
Mhm.
hated rival of theirs.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Kirby understands with, the loss to Bama that
Mhm.
he can't have this whole rumor about all of the coaches in the state of Alabama are his daddy. He can't win in the state of Alabama. Like, I think all of that
Right.
stuff's probably like swirling in his mind.
It's gotta
I
be.
I I think they have to come out and play one of their hardest games. Did they have a bye last week?
Mhm.
Okay. God, both
See, like,
teams had a bye.
Hugh
This is a
Freeze
hard
needs
one. I
this.
think Georgia's gonna win.
Yeah. Hugh Freeze needs this. Hugh Freeze needs this. The Auburn offense is trash, but I feel like it's gonna be so much tough. It's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be really close, and I'm gonna go opposite of you. I think it's Auburn up by 3.
Okay.
I think that I don't know, I just feel like Georgia, in the schedule that they've had so far, they've just gotten lucky. They've gotten really lucky. Because Kirby Smart comes off of the Nick Saban tree, they are slow to ramp up in the first half, and they come out guns blazing and swinging fists in the second. But is that gonna be enough for them to, like, put enough of a spread between them and Auburn to make their current standing be worth it? Like, is that
So
just
my bet on this will be Cam Coleman 2 touchdowns. And then I'm not gonna bet on the points or the spread.
okay? I
How
think
about
that's
that?
fun. I'm into
Is it
that. I
fair?
think that's
Yeah,
fun.
it's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fun. Okay. I hate the over under. It gives me so much anxiety.
I know. I have so much anxiety about that too.
I
Even
just
the money line on that one, I would stay
Oh, I
away from
know.
it. But I'll do Cam Coleman, 2 touchdowns.
All right. All right. I know we touched a little bit about Red River Showdown that's going to happen in Dallas. I don't think there's anything more to say. I think that like Arch is going to have to bring it if he thinks he's going to go up against Matias. I think Oklahoma has it. I think this is, when we played this, not when we, but when they played this game last year, I think that was like a really exciting addition to the SEC. But now it kind of feels like a little sad. I mean, I'm still going to watch it, but it feels like
I think it's a great addition to the SEC, and I
I
think
do too, but I just
if
want them to be
Manning
good.
and I think that Texas is like, I feel like we're writing Texas off completely because
Yeah.
Manning hasn't found his groove. I think Texas is going to show up and Manning is going something's going to click this week. I don't know
Yeah.
why I have this gut feeling. Maybe it's because everyone's kind of turning their head and there's not so much focus on him.
You have this gut feeling because John Mateer's coming off of a hand injury. He's not even going to be 100%. They're saying he's questionable. So that's why you're saying that.
But Oklahoma has a great backup. Like that guy's going to transfer somewhere for a shit ton of money next year and not stay at Oklahoma if Mateer stays and is healthy.
Well,
I think that's going to be one of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah?
Also am, like, real pumped to watch this Indiana-Oregon game. If
Yeah,
you would've told me
buddy.
3 years ago I'm, like, excited to watch some Indiana football, I would have been as shocked as if you said I was excited to watch Vanderbilt, Alabama,
Yeah,
but
buddy.
this is gonna be a hell of a game. I'm surprised that it's 2:30
Mhm.
Central, 3:30 Eastern, 1:30 Mountain. That's
Yeah, that's
that's
kinda early,
our standard CBS game, but I
but you
this
know
is gonna
what?
be a
It is
showdown.
arguably the best game of the week. The implications for who's gonna take over the Big Ten is gonna be so highly based on this game. Like, I don't see how but well, you know what's great is that whatever the outcome of this game is, it's gonna shape up how you spend the rest of your Saturday because 'cause you're either gonna be, like, very drunk or you're gonna be very scared or you're gonna be very nervous. Like, I love that this is, like, teeing up. I love that it's early. I
It's
love it.
not gonna impact my Saturday at all.
It's gonna impact my
I'm like,
Saturday because I've got I
"Really?
got mo well, I mean, not really, but, like, I got money on Dan Lanning having a fit. This is what I'm
Well, he's
excited
gonna have a
about.
fit either way." I
I know,
know.
but
Him
Signetti just, like,
Cignetti's
sang his praises all week, and so I'm ready for him to either, like, come out and go full psycho mode, or he's just gonna be like, "Okay, yeah, you're right, I'm not that good of a" I mean, he's never gonna, like, slink off into the shadows like that, but I'm, like, so excited to see what he's got up his sleeve because he's still a psychopath at the end of the day. Don't sleep on Lanning. But Signetti is like,
No, nobody's sleeping on Lan I think that everyone is favoring Lanning.
"No,
Like,
100%."
I am on the Signetti bandwagon. Like,
Mhm,
put me on, put me in, coach. I'm about to get some red and white striped pants because I can double use those. I am in on Indiana.
yeah,
I think what Indiana has to do, though, can you tell the
mhm,
wine's hitting me? What Indiana has to do is get off to a really fast start. They have to get off
uh-huh,
to a fast start and they have to take the crowd away. Like, if
mhm,
you take the Oregon crowd away, you get off to a fast start
mhm,
and your defense plays the level of defense they've been playing all season. You get their quarterback a little out of whack. I mean, they do a shit ton of like rushing the quarterback. They their defensive game is fantastic. So if they can get
mhm,
off to a hot start, they can
mhm,
take the crowd of it and they can continue to play their level of defense.
mhm.
I got my money on Indiana and Signetti. He's got to make a statement, and he doesn't give a shit. You're going
I'm
with
a
Lanning big, aren't
I'm
you?
going Atlantic, I am. There's just something about, uh, I don't know. In looking at the rankings, there's, like, 8 of the top 10 are undefeated. So, like, I love this game that they're both undefeated. I think that Oregon is gonna come out swinging. I've already slept on them once this season already, so I am full behind the Ducks.
Okay. Well, we'll save some receipts from this one for next week.
I'm okay with it. I have accepted what is and what isn't.
You know the game that everyone's talking about that I could care less and I probably
Is it
won't even watch?
stupid Ohio State? Nobody cares.
No,
No?
it's Michigan USC. I literally
I know. No one
that
cares
does
about
4
that.
and 1, 4 and 1. Who the hell cares? And
No
they're
one
like,
cares.
Jim Harbaugh said that Michigan can come play in UCLA Stadium. Also, nobody cares. Also, Jim Harbaugh should be banned from even watching a Michigan game.
I just don't.
Who cares
Like,
about
who
this game?
cares? I don't care. I, like, hate that this is the 7:30 game, like, there's so many other things I'd rather be watching at
The
7:30.
like
Um,
the Oregon game?
yeah, like the
Like
Oregon
that
game.
seems like a
Uh,
more legit 7:30 game.
yeah, I think
This
the
should be
only
a
thing
big
about
noon kickoff.
100%. I think my only thing with this game is that I've always been a fan of Lincoln Riley, so, like, I want him to do well, and I think I'm just so over Michigan. I'm just like, "Can you just whoop them and move on?" I just like, I don't know, like, how is it gonna be exciting? I don't know, I think
Yeah,
I'm rooting for Lincoln Ri I like Lincoln Riley as a coach.
I like him. He's a quarterback whisperer, but
Yeah.
also USC is still irrelevant. So
Well,
until
it's
either
just
one of those teams are relevant, let's move on to like more
yeah,
ranked matchups.
no
I
one
would
cares.
rather watch Ohio State and Illinois than
Why? I don't
USC
like, who
Michigan.
cares? Ohio State's gonna win. Ohio State's gonna w I mean, like Ohio State's gonna win. All this like, listen, they're gonna win. They're gonna continue to reinforce that Ohio State I hate to admit it, but Ohio State has the best looking complete team
They're the
in the
best team.
country right now. They are the best team. Like, I hate to even admit that, but they look so good. And it's like it doesn't even make sense for me to like want to watch because it's like, well, they're gonna win, and like Illinois isn't even ranked that high with their defense, and like they're not even ranked that high with their passing game. I mean, like, what do they have going for them going into this? And I hate that it's got such a high implication of what's going to happen to the playoffs. I mean, like, this is absolutely a game that's going to determine who gets seeded, and that's so
So
weird.
my child last week, Eli, says the one who was trying on the Bear Bryant hats and the
Yeah.
houndstooth hats and all this stuff. He's so sweet, and he was all in on the Alabama game. He's like, "This is the best, Mom. I love
Oh
this. Can we go to another one? I love football. I love Alabama." He was like, "Suck it, Pavia." He was yelling all the things like me. Like I looked like the worst parent, but he's like,
I
"Yeah,
love
suck
it
it,
though.
Pavia." We get back to the hotel room in Birmingham, and we're watching like the recap of all the games, and the Ohio State game's still on, and he's like, "Yeah, go Ohio State!" And I was like, "Eli, no, no, no. We do not say that in this family." And he's like, "No, Mom, I like Ohio State."
Why? It's because they're
And I was
winning.
like, "Why? Why
'Cause he
why
likes
do you like
winners.
them?" "I
'Cause
don't
you
know, I
raised him to
just
like
like the
winners.
red and the silver." And I'm like,
Aw.
"Yeah, but do you have to like Ohio State?" And he's like, "I don't know, I just do." And I'm like, "Okay, well, that's the last time you can ever say that. After today, you can't. You can like their band. If you like
Oh,
that they
yeah.
did the Minecraft halftime show, that's cool. But
Yeah.
you can't like Ohio State, honey."
Mm-mm.
Like, broke my heart a little. We had this great
Ugh.
day about Alabama, and then he comes back and says, "I love Ohio
Oh,
State."
bless him.
You can't. He's confused.
He just
He's
likes
confused.
winners.
He's 9. He's 9. He likes winners, but I was
He
still
likes
like,
winners.
"You can like any team but Ohio State.
Yeah,
Any
I
team."
just like, I almost want them I mean, I know this is not gonna happen, but I wish that they would lose just to free up some space for, like, someone else to get seated higher. It's whatever. Next game.
Next who's next up?
So, the last 2 that I have on my list, which may or may not be worth the conversation, is Florida versus Texas A&M.
Oh, Texas A&M's gonna slaughter them.
So, they
Slaughter.
absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. With Texas A&M having, I would say, one of the best offenses in the SEC right now, Florida's offense didn't look that bad last week.
They're not in the swamp though, right? They're in College Station,
Oh god, I forgot about the Colt. Yeah, Colt's gonna get him.
and
Colt's
they're
gonna get
coming
him,
off a
but
high of a win. Like, that's the only thing. I'm like, Texas A&M is not gonna let Florida squeeze in and take any kind of pride away from their season at this point.
uh, yeah,
And I think Florida's maybe looking a
yeah.
little bit ahead to Georgia. Like if we
I
can
don't even
only
know
win one of
why.
these games, if we can only
Georgia
win one of these 2,
I feel
the
like
Georgia
Georgia
win,
always beats them. The crazy thing
it
about
means more.
The crazy thing about the Georgia-Florida game is that it's, like, so violent. It is like
I
a violent
know.
like, and I don't even mean, like, on the field. Like, that is a
No,
violent game to attend because people act absolutely out of pocket at these games. I don't know if it's because it's coming off of the heels of Halloween or what, but it could just be, like, also, like, the 2 craziest types of fans in the SEC. It's just
dude, it's
so, yeah,
called
I
the
guess.
cocktail party. Like, you get
Yeah.
a bunch of people wasted and hammered, and then they play a very close physical game. I mean, what could go wrong? Maybe we should ask Mark
It's
Sanchez.
my god.
Ah!
I mean, that's definitely something that happens at a Georgia-Florida game. Someone always gets stabbed in Jacksonville. It's like, always.
Jesus.
Someone is always getting stabbed.
Somebody got hit with a 40 in the parking lot?
And that was like the
Huh.
most tame felony
Yeah.
that occurred in Jacksonville. But Maybe so. Probably another game I'm gonna be watching really closely. I'm not saying they're on upset alert, but I think it's gonna be closer than we think.
So can we circle back to the Mark Sanchez thing? Because
Yeah.
I've been like as obsessed with this as like any kind of true crime story that's going on out there.
It's
Like
wild.
I'm waiting on TMZ to release some video. I'm waiting for the New York Post.
Girl,
Like
there's videos out there. You didn't see
I
the
there
video?
are, but I want to see the attack. Like you know that the Weston has video. You know that like the police have video. Somebody needs to hack into that system and find it and make it public. That's what I'm waiting on. I've seen him walking with his little stab wound. I've seen the pictures of the guy with like the stab wounds through his face.
Oh god, I didn't see that.
There is more to this story, and I am like waiting with bated breath for every piece of information that comes. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. I've never cared one thing about Mark Sanchez, but the fact that you beat up like a 70-year-old grease truck driver, because he parked while you're doing wind sprints at midnight in an alley, like
I
there's
think our
something the
obsession is
CTE
coming
is showing. Like it's showing like big.
I think we're so obsessed with it because of the way the information was disseminated to us. Because it was literally like, "Oh my god, Mark Sanchez got stabbed. He got stabbed in Indianapolis and he was just there to call a game. Poor Mark Sanchez." And then, like 3 hours later, they were like, "Okay, yeah, so Mark Sanchez is in the hospital. He's in stable condition." We're like, "Oh, thank God, because he got stabbed." And then they're like, "Oh, yeah, and he's been arrested." We're like, "Okay."
Tell me more.
So he's been arrested, and not only is he been arrested, but he's been arrested for, like, 3 counts of, like,
Felonies,
aggravated
like
felonies, like aggravated assault and public intoxication, and, like, it's just like, first
attempted
of all
murder. I don't know. It just keeps adding up, and I'm
yeah,
like,
like, the
I
fact
need
that he
more.
was so ramped up like, first of all, what were you drinking, dude? Because I know you weren't just, like, throwing back a bunch of high lifes to get that ramped up that you tried to pull somebody out of their car, like, is that what like, it's just absolute madness. Like, dude, what? Why? What on earth were you on that had you so ramped up that that was your reaction to attack? Because that's what he did. He attacked a man that is much older than you.
And is deaf. The guy can't hear. Like it just
Didn't
keeps
even know he was
getting
coming.
worse. I don't even mean to
Didn't
laugh,
even
but
know he
like
was coming.
he just
I
like gets
just
pulled.
but it's madness. It's absolute madness.
So what's the chance that this actually goes to court versus this is settled outside and we never know what happens?
I think it depends what all was in his system and how much
Well,
money
that
Fox is willing to spring to save his reputation on, like I mean, I think those are the determining factors. Because are we gonna find out that he was just, I don't know, mixing fentanyl and heroin, and that's why he got so ramped up and went crazy? I don't know. How big is your pocketbooks, Fox? Like, it'll all come out eventually, but I think
well,
that Fox is gonna work
Fox
really
just
hard to
needs to fire him. Like the fact that they've just put him on leave.
Mhm. Yeah, they're trying to figure out what happened. They are because they were real quick to get rid of Barstool Sports. Just saying. So there
I
is
know.
more to it. I'm sure it's gonna come out soon. I am
That's our
sure it's gonna come out
WTF of the
soon.
week.
That's it. Our
That's
wacko.
absolutely the WTF. Yeah.
Mhm. I know, and it was funny because, like, you sent that to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're how did I forget about that? It only took up the news cycle all weekend. How did I
And I'm
forget?"
still like every day, like multiple times a day checking. I'm like, Mark Sanchez updates. Mark Sanchez updates. Please tell me
Nope.
more. It's like a
Uh,
Real Housewives thing. I'm like, I need reality updates on this.
uh-huh.
The
I
other
don't
thing
know.
I'm waiting for updates on is Bill Belichick.
Any day now. Any day now. I think I don't think it's gonna be UNC's decision, I think it's gonna be his decision. I mean, I think it'll be a little mutual, but I think that he's gonna be the one that's like, "You know what?
This isn't
Maybe
really
this
working
wasn't for
out.
me." Mm-mm.
I think we have some receipts on that one too, don't we?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like,
That'll
we
be
both swiped left on that.
I mean, like,
The guy
I
can't
love
talk
him.
to college kids. He can't
I
run a
know,
program. He doesn't like people. Like, it's
which is
all of
so
the
wild.
things.
I know you didn't see it because you were at game day, but on game day, they were talking to Coach Belichick, while he was in warm-ups, and it was funny because they had recruits out there on the field, and they were literally walking up to him, taking a picture, and he was like, "Okay, yeah, let us know if you wanna come play at UNC." Like, I was just like, "God, dude, why are you so cold?" But, like, I understand, it's not his thing. It's not his thing.
It was never gonna work.
I know. I wanted it to work for him. 'Cause he's friends with Saban, but actually, like, why didn't Saban say something to him? Why
I
wasn't he like, "Dude, get rid of that 24-year-old girlfriend and get away from college football. It is not it. It's ghetto."
don't you feel like he probably did? I feel like he probably did, and Belichick's like,
Probably.
"Oh, well, I'm better than you," or "I think I can do it," or "I'm looking for my next challenge," or "Jordan told me I needed to stay in the spotlight," or
Oh, probably.
I think
Let's blame Jordan.
I I love blaming her for
Yeah.
everything.
Let's blame Jordan. Yeah, she's definitely the reason.
Did you
She's
see that they
definitely
were
the reason.
supposed to have a season of, like, Hard Knocks,
Mhm.
and they, like, pulled the plug on that real quick?
So fast.
See, that's another thing, I want the tapes of that.
Oh, yeah. Show
Come
us what
on,
you got.
Come on, TMZ.
You guys are not doing your job in the sports news.
I
Why does
know.
someone have to
Maybe
be
that could be
pregnant?
our job.
Be TMZ for sports?
There'd be a
I
lot
might
of
be like,
money in that one, Russ.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have the attention
I'm not
span to follow
aggressive
somebody
enough.
around. I don't care. Yeah. We care enough right now as armchair quarterbacks, but we don't really care. Like, it's whatever. We don't care. What's next on the list? Um, all right. I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't think there's much to say about this Alabama Mizzou game. And with Mizzou being undefeated, there's not a
It's
whole lot. I mean, it's just Mizzou. I actually think
no, it's not just Mizzou.
it's just Mizzou. You think that
Shut
Alabama.
up.
All right.
I am nervous about this one.
Are you?
Yes,
Why?
I we don't play well on the road, in case you haven't noticed.
No, I've noticed that, but I also feel like I feel like we've got enough momentum coming off of the last 2 games. I mean, this is a game we
I
have to
hope.
win. We have to win this.
Yes.
We're gonna lose our seeding if we lose this game. So they know that
If
it's
we
all on the
lose this
line.
game, yeah, I know we need to, but I think Mizzou's a underrated program.
Yeah?
We'll put it that way. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have our hands full with Mizzou. They have weird hair.
Um,
So
hmm.
don't sleep on this game. I
No, I'm
hate
not.
that it's like the morning game. So
I
I'll still be
know.
drinking coffee, which that's probably a good thing actually.
No. Oy.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep on this one. I hope I eat my words next week.
Yeah, me too.
Well, anything else, Russ?
Nope. I think that's it, friend. I think that there's so much that's gone on in week 6 and week 7 coming up. I think right now I think we're officially in watch mode. We're officially preparing for what the playoff is going to look like. We're looking to see what the seeding is going to look like. We're looking to see how this is going to impact a lot of these big conference championship games. So, like, now is the time to hunker down and make some decisions, people. Who are you rooting for? Hope your betting apps are fully stocked because now is the time to really get involved.
Catch us next time. And until then, stay loud, stay proud, and stay uncorked.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave us a review, and share it with your squad.
Cheers.
We're gonna